All right. How you guys doing? Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, sorry. Good
Good
morning. We're
morning.
still
Good
in the
morning,
morning.
everyone.
Still in
Good
the morning. Yeah.
morning,
Well,
everyone.
Esther, how you doing?
Richard, how are you doing too?
Yeah, I'm very well. You're looking nice this morning. I hope you slept well.
Thank you. You're not looking bad as well.
All right. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on the show today. Basically, the topic for today, Esther, can you tell us what the topic for today is?
Okay, so basically, the topic for today is hello, can you hear me? Okay, so the topic for today is residential and commercial real estate. Mr. Richard, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, benefit of residential and
Yes,
commercial.
so yeah, benefits of residential and commercial real estate. Why do people invest in residential real estate and why do they have to invest in commercial real estate? Sometimes back I had a friend who asked me, oh, first off, what's the difference? What's commercial real estate? What's residential real estate? And I got to explain, and the person was
Okay.
just what's the difference? What's the difference? So today I think we're just going to take time to explain to the audience out there what it really means. What's residential? Some people don't know the difference. They just feel, oh, real estate is real estate. What is residential real estate? What is commercial real estate? Mr. Richard, please, you help us just explain to us what it really means.
Okay, I'm going to start from the one that is not common. That is the word commercial real estate. This is something that a lot of people don't really understand what commercial real estate is all about, and they think it's just normal. I have a land, I have a house, and I rent it out. Once I'm making money from real estate, that's commercial. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's more than that. Basically,
Yeah.
commercial real estate has four category. Can I say four? Yeah, four category. We have the retail part, we have the industrial part, we have the leisure part, and we have the healthcare part. Now, leisure, industrial, healthcare, and what? And retail. Now, for the retail part, let me start from retail. The retail part for commercial real estate are the parts where you have for rent, for shops, for shopping centers, for
Yeah.
up shopping centers, for offices, for businesses,
Factories.
basically. So anything that has business involved in it, where you have to pay rent, either for your shop, either for shopping mall. It can be in a shopping mall. It can be in a it can be in an apartment. It can be a flat. It can be a whole building. It can be in an high-rise building. It can be on the particular floor. This is also form of what retail, commercial real estate, but it's under retail. Now, when we go to
Okay.
the industrial real estate covers the other part, which is what facility. That's warehouses, where you have
Okay.
facilities. For example, the Coca-Cola factory in Agidingbi, that is an industrial real estate. All those industries where you have all those manufacturing plants, those places you have, they are industrial real estate. Even some of the pure water making facilities, they are also what industrial. This place are where machineries or machines are involved, and where also apart from that, where they even use for warehouses. Warehouse also stands for what? For industrial, because it's also used for large number of storage. So it's also what industrial real estate. Then
Real
leisure.
estate.
Now leisure real estate. Can you hear me, Esther?
Yes, I can. I'm with you, sir.
Okay. So for leisure, now leisure goes to hotels where they use for hotels, for hall, for restaurants, for cafe, for sport facility, even for church also. Religion falls under
Okay.
that part too. Sport facility. These are for leisure, meaning basically the kind of activities that are done on those locations are fashioned in such a way that it fits that pattern. So leisure, real estate, that's under commercial, and the last one is healthcare. Now, Healthcare, these are the medical centers, the hospitals, the nursing homes, the what do you call it? Anywhere you have a facility for what? For health centers. So this is another form of commercial real estate. Now, commercial real estate basically are these properties, this real estate where it allows you to be able to what, to generate income. It gives more income compared to what,
Okay.
residential. Now let me go to residential. Now
Okay.
residential real estate are basically real estate that is that used for family homes, short let, family homes, short let, either for owned by individual, or that is also used um, for housing, also used for housing,
Okay.
because the main purpose of residential is where people live actually. So residential and commercial, they are not the same thing. So if you have a residential building and you have an office in that same residential building, then that means that building is serving two purposes. That's what it called mixed function, meaning they are using for the
Okay.
building for both residential and commercial. So it's not that
Commercial
residential is strictly for accommodation. People live there.
accommodation.
Just that based on what people are doing right now, they want to make more money. Some people convert their residential apartment to commercial. Because before you can actually get a commercial apartment, there are some approvals you should have gotten. There are some what do you call it? Some inspections that should have been carried out by the regulatory bodies. There are some approvals, some license you have to have. Because, for example, now if you go to rank where we have all these in Nigeria and some locations in Lagos, particularly
Yeah.
there's this local government council, whatever it is. They say if you have a TV or you have a communication gadget, you have to get that paper. So imagine I'm living in a house and I'm using the house for a business. So that means indirectly I'm not paying those things that I need to pay for. Do you get that? But in the right sense of
Okay.
it, commercial is for business, residential is strictly for
It's for
residential.
living.
Then when you now say mixed use, is where you now have it can be in the same building or the same environment. You have a church, you have a residential, you have a school, you have a factory. Now these are the types of real estate that we have
Real
when it
estate.
comes to types. So the type now also determine the type of income you get. Trust me,
You
commercial
get
will always give you more money
mm,
than residential. Yes, commercial will give you more
okay.
money, and it's
More money than.
you are looking at
I
commercial.
can hear you, Mr. Richard.
Okay, whenever you have you
Hello,
have
sir. Can you
a
hear me?
church, you have a school. Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you
whenever you
now.
have a school, okay, whenever you have a school, whenever you have a church, whenever you have any facility that involves what exchange, daily transactions, the people are not the staff or the people living they are not even leave the apartment is a commercial apartment. And you have
Okay.
different types, like the Balogun market, you have shops, you have rental shops, you have businesses. If you go to you go to the apartment have been converted to what, commercial. That's why a lot of people are moving out from that particular location, looking for where, because of what, the commercialization of that particular area. So these are the things. These are the two difference in it. In terms of, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you. I can hear you clearly, Mr. Richard.
Okay. In terms of income, most times commercial property generates more income in terms of return for
Than
the owners.
residential.
For example, somebody can come and lease your property for long. Doesn't mean that the owner, you long lease after a duration of time, 5 years, 10 years, depends on you. You still have the property to sell. So there are good benefit of having commercial property also, and there are also good benefit of having residential. But it depends on what you are looking at and how you are looking at it. So,
Okay, Mr. Richard,
is there
I'm
any other
struggling to
question?
hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me? I can hear you clearly.
I'm struggling to hear you. Sorry.
If you can hear me, type 111 on the comment section. If you can hear me, type 111 on the comment section. For those that are live, please can you check?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now, Mr. Richard.
Okay. Where did you get
Okay, so I
lost?
said thank you very much for sharing that powerful part. I mean, a lot of persons out there don't really know the difference between commercial real estate and residential real estate. So basically, commercial real estate, like you said, is basically for commercial purposes, like where you have your shops, where you have your factories for production for commercial purpose, basically. And why residential is basically for living, is where you build to live in. Now, I have someone asking me a question, and the person is saying, how do you get a return on investment on residential real estate? So when you build to live, how do you get a return on investment on residential real estate?
Okay, for you to get return on investment for residential real estate, you have to do something. There are indicators that you need to consider before you go into buying any property, especially if you are looking at getting return from residential real estate. Now, the first thing is, one, you have to look at the location. Where are you buying from? Now, what is the cap ratio calculation of that property in that act? Meaning, when the cap ratio calculation, what is the projected rental value or projected value of evaluation of property within that particular location? Can you hear me, Esther? Can you hear me? I think our network have knocked her off. While we're waiting for her to come on board, I'll take that again. Now, when you're looking at how do you know the rental income or the ROI for residential? Now, there are indices that you need to take note of, and the first one in that part is one, the location of where you're buying. What is the cap ratio calculation for that location? What is the projected increase of the of value of that particular property in the next 3 years, 5 years? So you need to understand for a particular area now. You say, okay, for example, I want to buy a property. Why do you think residential property they move so much? Well, in Banana Island, VI, in Ikoyi. Why do you think? Because looking at that area, the property rate, the return rate, that means the investment rate there has a projected growth calculation, meaning in the next 2 to 5 years, property or the rental value would have gone from this level to this other level. So if you are doing residential, it helps you to do what? To understand that one, the location, two, then what type of structure are you looking at putting there? Now, a lot of people say things to me. I've done a lot of when I have my sessions with a client from diaspora. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, I like a very big house, and I like a very big garden. I like a very big space. I like space." I'm not against space. I agree, space is good. Yes, you can be having all that space, but if you are looking at getting return or good return from residential real estate, then you have to understand that you need to maximize space. Now, what does this mean? For example, if you are buying a 400 square meter plot of land, that 400 square meter plot of land can give you, give or take 1 minute. Let me pull out my calculator here now. Now, I can have on a 400 square meter plot of land, I can actually build 1 minute. Okay, that's 400 divided by 3. 400 divided by 3. That's 133. Let's say 135. Okay, let's say 134. Now, on a 133 square meter, I can actually build what? A 2-bedroom duplex terrace or a 3-bedroom duplex terrace, 3 units on the 400 square meter, and they will both have what? 2 car park, 2 car park, two car park. That means parking space for two cars. Now, if you do that kind of calculation, you are going to view that. Then, if you want to resell, you can actually resell each value based on what of properties in that axis. Or if you want to go for rent, what rent, you can get more return from rent on what the current rate of property in that axis. So imagine you have maximized all of that. So instead of being just a 2 bedroom or a 3 bedroom duplex terrace on the 400 square meter, you've been able to do 3 units. Now, at 3 units, trust me, it's not going to be, because I know a lot of people say, anything like that, the room will be small. No, 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 no. It's not about the room be small. The room would not be small because all you need to do is that you can increase the floors. So instead of having 2 floors, that's first floor, second floor, you can make it 3 floors. So it can be 2G+1. So you can take it higher. So this way, you can maximize the space and get return and have quality on that same location. That's part of it. So don't forget the first one I said. The first one I said. The first one I said is location. The second one I mentioned is type of structure. Esther, you're back.
Yes, sorry, my network is lagging a little bit.
Okay, so let me just recap what I said so far. So for you to know how you can calculate your ROI from residential investment, how can you calculate that? I said first of all is your location. The location. Where are you buying property from? What is the capital calculation for that axis?
Okay.
What is the projected calculation of what the rental value or the value of that property will be in the next 5 years in that axis? That's one. Then two, the type of structure you are building. For example, like I said, a lot of people like, some people tell you, oh, I like space, I like big garden, I like big spacious compound. And I'm telling you, yeah, if you are not looking at, maybe it's maybe your personal house, no problem, that's good. But if you are looking at making return from such an investment, you need to choose the right structure. So, for example, on the 400 square meter, you can actually have 3 units of what? Of 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom duplex terrace with two car park for each. That means each house will be on the 133 square meter or 134, 35 square meter space for construction. That's one. That's two. Then again, you have to also look at the type of client or the type of resident you are bringing in. For example, if you have such a property, you can actually get expatriates. You can get companies to rent your property. You don't need to give it to individuals to make sure that your rent will always come as at when due. They would always pay the rent as at when due. Meaning the tenant will always pay the rent as at when due. So you get what? Expatriate. Don't give it to individuals, give it to companies to rent out. Now, how do you get those companies? You can also get engage the services of facility managers. Engage services of facility managers. They will help you get the rent, they help you get the tenants, and again that will also help you to get return. And again, you can also put in to get more money from your property. You can put in what beautiful facility like swimming pools, underground gym. If you can do a play area within your facility, this will help you get more money from what? From residential real estate. These are things that can help you get more money from residential real estate.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Richard. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me, Mr. Okay, thank you
Yes,
very much
clearly.
thank you very much for just explaining to us how you can get more money, how you can get return on investment on residential real estate.
Yep.
So now I'm just going to point it down to our beautiful estate called the Jasper Estate Isheri. A lot of persons don't really know the value of this estate. A lot of persons don't know the value of this estate. So you said something about residential real estate, owning a recreational club, owning a gym in a residential real estate, right? Now, so I'm just going to point it down to our Jasper Estate Isheri. Jasper Estate is one of our most beautiful estate. There's something I really love about this estate. If there's anything I love about it, is the fact that the neighborhoods around there are just so wonderful. We have Channels TV around, we have Rainbow FM, we have the Turkish American School. I mean, we have amazing, amazing neighborhoods around this estate. And guess what, everyone? This estate is a dry land. It's a dry land, and it has a C of O. So now here is me telling you that if you invest, I mean, this estate is giving luxury. It's really giving luxury. Like, this everything about this estate is just luxurious. So this is me telling you that if you're investing in this estate, there's a discount for you. If you're investing today in this estate, there's a discount for you, and I'm sure that's very
Esther,
sweet.
Esther, before
Yes,
you
I can
even
hear
give
you.
them discount, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear
Before you
you.
even give them the offer that you are giving to them, there's something
Mm,
people need to understand. If you remember
okay.
what Baba Deboye said one time like that he paid 5,000 naira for that land you are seeing at Redemption Camp years ago. He
Yes.
paid 5,000 naira for that location, and that 5,000 naira got them property, and that property they got more. If you can even listen to the what's his name, Pastor Shimolo also said the same thing, that he bought over 30 acres for 900,000 naira. That's for
Back then.
Admoe. And now, do you know the beauty of this Jasper Estate? The beauty about Jasper Estate is that it is still sharing boundary with what? With it is sharing. It has a
Yes.
sharing boundary with. It's even closer to the what do you call it? The Magodo area. Yes, it's still
It's
closer to
closer to
Magodo
beggars.
area
Very close to
because
beggars.
it's right. Immediately you are leaving that, you are crossing that beggar bus stop. Is right on that axis
Mm-hmm.
where you have the OPIC Center, where you have China's television, you have Rainbow FM, you have Turkish International School, you have other estates around that axis, and it's where people are already living. So it's not as if you are going to the forest, you are
Exactly.
going somewhere else. Let me tell you something. If you understand what happened in Arepo, when Arepo they started selling for 50,000, for 120,000, for 200,000. That was years ago. If you understand that analysis, then you understand that this particular location we have now, these are the last set of lands that you have in that Isheri area, and it's even closer to Lagos. From there to Beggar bus stop doesn't take you more than 10 minutes drive without traffic. From there, you are
I mean,
moving
10
down
minutes is
to
even a long time. Mr. Richard, I said from our estate, from Jasper Estate to Beggar is even 10 minutes is even too much time. I mean, 5 minutes. We're talking about five
okay.
minutes here.
Okay,
Yes.
then see what I'm saying. I'm even talking from that Alausa Secretariat Act. That's where I'm even talking from. But from there down to the main town, you can see the distance. It's something that if you understand indices, don't forget I mentioned the capital calculation. That area, property on that axis right now, we know how much it's selling for. And if you miss out on this
Exactly.
opportunity, man, you today's date is 20 what 24th. You remember what I said today when I told you
Mm-hmm.
that I should have bought more than one plot in that location. So for those that have
Exactly.
not gotten their plot yet, and for those that are still thinking, should I buy, should I not buy, this is the
That
best
I
time
buy.
for you to buy. The best time for you to buy is yesterday, not even today. So Esther, what is the offer for the estate today?
So I will just add to what Mr. Richard said. There's something we say in GTEx homes. You don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. So land is not something you have to wait until it's opened, until it's more developed. And like this estate is developed already. We have people living around. We have neighboring estates around. And now the offer for the day is very juicy. So the land is selling for 30 million naira. That's the cost of the land. But if you're buying a plot, if you're buying more than a plot and more, the management is giving you 30%. So if you're buying more than one plot, the management is giving you 30%. I'm going to take
How
that
much do you
again.
call the land
If
again? How much?
the land is 13 million naira,
All right. I
30
just want to
million
be sure
naira.
what you said. 30
So
million
if
naira.
you're buying, if you're yes, 30 million naira is what we're selling the land. If you're buying more than one plot, the management is giving you a 30% discount if you're buying more than one plot. And guess what, everyone? If you're buying up to an acre or more, the management is giving you 50% discount. I mean, there's nothing juicier than that. A whole
Wow.
50%, a whole 50% discount. So if you're getting an acre or more, you're probably getting that 15 million naira. If you're getting an acre or more, you're getting that 15
That
million
means
naira. I mean, there's
if you are
nothing,
buying,
there's nothing as
if you
sweet
are
as that.
buying, that means if you are buying the mini estate package, that means you want to have a
Yes, if you're
mini
going for the
estate package.
estate package, yes,
That's if you are buying the mini
it's
estate
going for
package,
15 million naira.
1 acre is going for 50 million per plot. All right. If you are doing just one
Exactly.
plot, 30% discount.
And more.
Awesome.
30% is
Oh,
22.7 million naira.
awesome. So
So
is there any
everyone,
number? Are they what? Who are they reaching out to? Okay, the number is on the screen already. Okay, the
yes, the
number is
number
on
is
the
on the
screen.
screen already. Just call the number
Yes,
on the
so
screen.
call
You
any
can
of those
send a message.
numbers. Yes, and you get started immediately. Now, before Esther, before we go, I want to say this to people. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I like sharing this story because I learned from this story, and it's a story my dad told me. And I remember in this Lagos, by the grace of God, I've been in Lagos for over 30 years now. Though I was not born in
Okay.
Lagos, but I've been living in Lagos. And I remember we were living in K2 that time, and my dad had a property in K2 where he was trying to build to in Elebiju, yes, Elebiju, at that area. And he had done the first party to a linted level. And I remember a friend of his friend then told him that they were selling land in Ikorodu then for 5,000 naira. And he was like, I can't live in the bush for 5,000 naira. And the value kept on moving from 5,000 upward. Now, in 2000, when he decided to get a property in Ikorodu, do you know how much he got? Got it for 120,000. 120,000. How many 5,000 do you have in 120,000? You can do the mathematics. That's what? Um, that's 2 acres, if I'm correct. Yes. 5,000 per plot. That's 2 acres, if I'm correct. Yes, I'm very sure about that. 120. Yes, that's 2 acres. That's 2 acres. That's 2 acres. 2 acres. 2 acres. And what happened? It was something that, imagine if you had gotten when they said you should come then. Whoa, that would be something else. Then, if you had gotten, what am I even saying? That's 24 plot. That's 4 acres. Pardon me. That's 4 acres. 4 acres, not 2 acres. 4 acres. 4 acres. Meaning, if you had gotten then when they told him to come and get, by now he would have owned what? 4 solid acres in Ikorodu. 4 acres. 4. So now you have this offer right before you. This Jasper Smart City in Isheri is on a gold mine. It's a gold mine you don't want to miss out in. I remember when they started the Lekki, the Lekki Peninsula thing in 1997, 1998. I remember when they were selling land there, it was going for 4 million, it was going for 6 million, for 8 million. People were saying it is water and sand. And today, the same water and sand is going for this value that we are talking about right now. So the same thing, if you know what it is, if you are a smart investor, which I believe you are looking at me right now, you understand the indices of investment, this is the best time to buy this particular property right now as we speak. So immediately call that number on the screen. Any of those numbers you can call, you can send WhatsApp to them. Immediately you will get the offer. Don't forget, if you are buying, the value of the land is 30 million naira. It has a CFO. The value of the land is 30 million naira. It has a CFO. If you are buying today, you buy at what? 30% discount. And if you are doing our mini estate package, meaning you want to get 1 acre, that's 6 plot. 6 plots. When you get 6 plots, you get at what? 15% discount. That's 15 million per
50%.
plot. I don't know what else or where else you think you can get this offer. This is the only place you can ever get this offer, and this is the only time you will see it. So you don't want to miss out. You want to call that number on your screen. You want to send a WhatsApp message on that number on your screen immediately. Don't forget what I said. We missed out on 4 acres. That's my dad. He taught me he gave me that story, so I learned from that story. So if you don't want to miss out on the 6 acre, on the 1 acre offer, please call that number on your screen right now, and we'll get you what started. Esther, any other word before round
All
up?
right, thank you. I think you've basically said everything. Thank you so much, Mr. Richard. Really do appreciate. Thank you for coming on.
All right, guys. Like I
All
would
right.
say, we don't wait to buy land. We buy land and wait.
Yes, you
Let's
say
do
I'm
it excellent for you.
exactly. All
So let
right.
us
Thank
have
you so
the
much,
video
everyone,
of
for
the
joining in.
estate.
Yes, please let's have the video of the estate.
So we have two of our celebrity for today in-house. We have Mr. Macaroni. Can we clap for him and welcome him? And then we have the veteran actress, Kate Henshaw. Come on, everybody. Is that how you win?
So we'll be calling out. First on our list is Freestone Akuba. Okay. Block A, plot 8.
8 right there.
Yes. Please let's clap for.
Congratulations, Princeton. The reason why I'm here is because of integrity. That I placed on myself. So it was easy for me to align when they say, come and see. You know, it's not just, oh, we have launched a place online, look at it here, markings, but that we're physically in the location. And of course, GTEx is not just in Jasper, it's not just in Isheri, it's in different locations across Nigeria and outside of Nigeria.
You're always wanting for me. Why? Yeah. Of course, because as time goes on, your focus in life will begin to change. You get it now. So at some point, you know, the focus is on women. But when you know that, when you start thinking about the future, you start thinking about, in the nearest 10, 5, 15 years, not the woman go to give me that, you know, they give me kukushi, na land. You understand? So of course that's why the focus is changing. You know, it's always a very smart option to look at what you have and what you can get. You understand? And land is one of those things to have. Once you have a land, you know that 50-something or 60% of the problems are solved.
GTEx Homes. We don't just sell properties.
We help you build your future.